To know you are being recorded right now. You are under arrest, and you may have a lawyer present if you would wish. But at the moment, we're just going to interview you.
Well, miss, today you've been on the streets protesting about why you think hospitality is so important today. So give us a few reasons why.
Well, for starters, hospitality, it focuses around, food, beverage, and accommodation. Like, that's pretty important stuff. Like, I think we need that kind of stuff to move on. But, it's so much more than that. Like, hospitality can be walking down the street, like someone smiles at you, like that's being hospitable towards someone else. So it's caring about someone's needs, like, hospitality is important. You want to care about your customers. You want to care about whether they're satisfied with their products or not. For me, hospitality, I like, I can sit by a beach, on a lounge chair, and someone can bring me drinks. And hi, miss, how are you? Like, are you enjoying? Is everything okay with you? That's what hospitality is about. When your customers come in, you want them to leave happy. You care about their feedback. Each hospitality experience, I guess, it depends on the physical location. If it's inviting, you can come in, you sit down, it's a comfy chair, it's got a nice smell, it's got good lighting, then you're automatically got to enjoy the hospitality of the place. You've got your different options, like when you look at your food outlets, you have your takeout, but then you've got your 5-star restaurants. So it's about having areas where you can meet everyone's needs across a broad spectrum. When you get takeout, the nicest drink you can probably get is iced tea. But if you go to a nice fine dining restaurant, you can get a $15,000 bottle of wine. And it's just that each place you're going to get a different kind of service. But I would hope that wherever you go, you're going to get asked, hi, how are you? What can I do for you? You're going to get asked, you're going to get treated fairly. And I think it depends. Each individual has their own perfect idea of what hospitality is. It depends on your own preferences. Like, I love cafes. I'm not really that fussed about a 5-star restaurant. But it's also about the balance between getting good service and good food. So if you go to a place and you get treated really nicely, feel like they really cared for you, but then you get served your food and it's cold or it's overcooked, then even though you got really good service, you don't really want to come back to that place. So it's about having the right balance, and that is what perfect hospitality is. You want your customers' expectations to be met, and you want them to leave happily. So my perception of hospitality is it's about a perfect balance. If you think about hospitality, it's been going on for a long time. If you think back to the Bible, Jesus had his Passover feast. He shared food with his friends and his family, and they enjoyed it. And I think hospitality is also about who you experience it with and the memory that you have. So we can learn from history, learn that even in a household you can have hospitality. When you invite your friends over, you cook for them, and then you think it's about celebrating traditions. So for Thanksgiving, you get your big turkey, and you serve your friends and your family. That's being hospitable towards other people. So it doesn't matter the location or what you're having. It's about the service and that you get something out of it. To work in hospitality, you've got to care about your people. And I think it also depends on your cultures. They perceive it differently. So when you go to Thailand and you have your street food, some people will be like, well, that's not very hospitable. But for that person that's serving you that street food, that's their way of showing hospitality. They're cooking something that they love, and you get to have this food and enjoy it. So to me, I think hospitality is about having this food, this beverage, and accommodation. But it's also about feeling like that you were being cared for, and that, you can come back and each time you experience is going to be different, but you leave and you can come and you can get what you want. So you know what? I think we need to bring hospitality back into this world.
All right, Sheriff, take him to a cell.
Sure thing.
Now, protester number 2, please tell us why hospitality is worth protesting over.
It's changing, and not for the better good. You don't want a negative perception of hospitality. Hospitality is something that has the potential to change the world. The only way it can change the world is if it is perceived positively. The way it can be perceived positively is if you have a lovely, warm setting, a good environment, and a peaceful atmosphere. That is the ideal setting. If you come into a workplace that sits you down with no guidance at all, you sit down, your table setting's wrong, you're going to have a negative perception as soon as you walk into that door. If there's no experience, the people don't know what they're doing, you're going to have a bad experience. My advice, you have to get out of there right away. Don't let them steal your money for a bad experience. You deserve a good experience because that's what you're paying for. You're paying good money for hospitality. And hospitality is letting you experience something that's magical, beautiful. It's what life's about. And if you're getting negative experience, that's really bad. What I feel is affecting this industry is technology. You've always got the advancing tech of Apple, Microsoft, whatever, but it's actually affecting the industry. At the rate that it's improving and innovating so bloody quick, you're losing it's losing its touch. So basically, touch. Let's play on this word for a second. For example, I'm just going to use the outlet that everyone knows worldwide, McDonald's. You walk in now. You don't even have to go to the register. You can touch this bloody massive iPad and order your food. No word of mouth, there's no interference, you just grab your food and go. And yeah, some people, that's a good thing. And the thing is, it is actually branching out to more fast food chains and is even interfering in the industry that people are seeing this as, this is what people are doing now. So they're innovating more ways to bring technology into the industry. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's bad. And I feel, my perception is that technology has the potential to take over this industry in a bad way. And the way it can do that is if people feel as if it's easier to connect with people through their phone or through any electronic device, you're losing that, you know, the emotional attachments you have with people. You're losing the relationships you can build, the foundations you can make. It's just, it's not good because you want that. You need that in life. You need the social skills. You need to not be behind a screen. That's why today when I was protesting, I was breaching my concern for the technology that's interfering with our industry. And I feel like there's got to be something done so that the technology aspect of the hospitality industry doesn't interfere with the personal aspects and the personal emotion that the hospitality industry is famous for. If it continues to interfere, it's not going to be the same industry anymore. And that's why I'm breaching my concerns, because that's what's important to me. And that's what hospitality is to me. It's the personal aspects and the personal connections that you make through personal contact. And I feel like that technology is affecting it. Sit down right now. You have the right to have a lawyer present, but at the moment we want to know, what's your perception of hospitality?
For me, hospitality is such a broad word, and I think it's been so critically analysed into its specific field. Hospitality isn't just the industry, it's not just accommodation, it's not just food, it's the world. Hospitality and hospitable people is everywhere. And I think people have really pinpointed into just that. When I walk into a hotel and someone opens the door for me, that is being hospitable. I think if everyone did just nice gestures, to me that's what hospitality is, and that's what being hospitable. A personal experience of mine and why I think hospitality is so much broader than just the industry. I was in a shop, I was with my elderly grandmother. It was a hot stinker of a day and she was sweating, just dripping sweat. And there was a big air conditioner generator in the shop. So she went and had a sit down there. And a lady bought her a cup of water. Like, that is so nice of someone to do that. she could have saved her life. She could have passed out if she didn't have that drink of water. So I think people just doing nice things and caring for one another can really bring out hospitableness through other outlets that aren't just hospitality. So if you think about walking into another outlet that isn't necessarily hospitality, so-called, and someone greets you in a way and offers you something, whether it's a seat, a drink of water, anything, I think that'll make your experience so much different, and your idea of where you are is different. So just think, if you walked into these places and they didn't do that, they were just upfront, basically ignored you, you would feel so hurt and almost disrespected in a way that you have been ignored and unrecognized. I think if every industry or outlet employed hospitality into their business or role, then it would just make our world, our culture so much more happier and enjoyable. People would get along so much better because there's no reason not to. You're being so nice and genuinely nice, I believe. So yeah, that's really just why I'm here today, just wanting to get the word out that hospitality is so much more than it's categorized in. It's everywhere we go and everywhere we should be going.
All right, I've had enough. We're taking you to your cell.
Alright.
I can't believe they've locked us up because we're given our own perceptions of hospitality.
It's ridiculous. Clearly they have no idea about the actual value of it.
You're kidding.
I mean, like, even just look at all the different types of accommodation you can get. You've got your Airbnb, you've got your timeshare, then you've got your beautiful, like, nice little villas over the ocean and stuff, you know. They don't think about, imagine how they would feel if we were getting that kind of stuff. Like, you've got to have hospitality in this world to have that kind of accommodation, you know. Like, I just don't understand how they don't understand that it's important. You know, if you look back way back in the old days, it was only the rich that could afford hospitality. Now you've got your takeaway joints. Now you've got, you know, your donut places, so anyone can have access to it. We can feed an entire community. Except, like, no, you don't have it. We never would have been able to afford, you know, to dine the way that we can right now if it was in the old days. Like, it's something that needs to be appreciated.
And I think it's changing. It should be appreciated around the world. Remember that time of protesting in Singapore? And we went to that restaurant with the massive menu, the glorious food. Oh. And it was so nice, it was so friendly, calling us in off the streets, trying to get our attention. Where is that?
Well, what about that time where I had that perfect coffee, that perfect cafe? And you're just enjoying the environment, you're enjoying the music, the smells, the lighting, all of it. That's what makes up your perfect experience of hospitality.
Yeah. When service is presented properly, you have a good experience. And that's what you want. That's what you pay for. That's what you pay the top dollar for.
But even different cultures, you know, all around the world. Now you've got an Indian restaurant, you've got a Chinese place, you've got Japanese, every single corner that you go to. And each experience is different. You know, you can go there and you can share it with your friends, you can share your plates. And it's important that you take in all these different influences so you can have the ultimate hospitality experience.
I went to the Wyndham Resort down in Torquay, and it was peaceful. It had that sense of home, and to me, that's what hospitality is. It's that sense of comfortableness and
Yeah,
that
anywhere
nice.
in the world
Exactly.
you can be, you know, you can have a bed, you can feel comfortable, you know, you can be accepted. It's even like in hostels, even though they're not the nicest place to stay, you can go there and you can feel at home, you can feel comfortable with the people surrounding you. So to just get rid of that, just the biggest loss ever.
I remember my year 3 camp. We were all together sitting around the campfire cooking damper. Like, to feel that, to feel the earth beneath you. It was so nice. Everyone was happy, everyone was genuinely enjoying
And
it.
you're sharing, you know, you're giving, you're offering, you're sharing your food,
Exactly.
you're sharing your company, you're sharing happiness.
the idea in the hotel industry specifically, in a hotel, you've got different roles throughout the hotel hierarchy, but in a gender sense, you've sort of got, it's segregated. So basically, commonly the stereotypes would be that porters, they're a more male role, head chefs, male role. Then you've got females that typically, in a hospitality sense, this is looked upon as females are the front desk attendants and the waitresses and the housekeeping services.
But you know, and it's so true, but even though it's like that, it's not like an exclusive industry.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure if a male come up and said, hey, I really would love to be a room attendant, they're like, sure, you could do that. Or if it was like, hey, I know I don't have the big muscles, but can I give a shot at a water? You know, it's kind of an industry where it doesn't matter where you come from, what gender you are. Although there are typically not jobs, you can still work, have the opportunity. Yeah, it's an industry where you've got a lot of opportunities, you know. Whereas, for example, when you look at like a big corporation, the managers tend to be males, and all the people that are, you know, on top of it tend to be males. Whereas with hospitality, a lot of the time you can find a female general manager of the hotel, so it gives females the chance to be able to, you know, step up and actually take on that role that a lot of other industries don't. If they keep us here because of some stupid reason like that, they are the absolute joke of a person. Like,
We shouldn't have even been arrested. We're just giving our view on hospitality.
just because they are the most inhospitable people ever, doesn't mean we should tell ya, I've had enough.
They're a disgrace to the industry.